Gaetan Tremblay joining me here. Gates, great to see you again. You've been managing this group of elite hockey players for 16 years, and not only looking after their needs, but security as well. And we're here today to talk about a young man who's working alongside it and has been, and that is Jack Walsh. Tell us a little bit about Jack and his role here with this group.
Jack's been with me for, I guess, about 8 years now. He started out, met him here at the BMO Center. I was just out filling some water bottles, and he was very curious. And I asked him at that time, he would have been about 9 years old, if he wanted to help me out on the bench. And that day, he filled water bottles, and for the rest of the summer, he filled water bottles. And it just kept spiraling from there.
How has his role expanded over the years? You say it's year number 8 here working with this group.
Yeah, when he first started with me, like I say, he was filling water bottles, doing small stuff like that. But at the time, my role was changing. I was originally the equipment manager and taking care of all that. But as the group got bigger around here, I needed to focus more on security and logistics with the group. So Jack took over the role slowly at the beginning, but he was very keen. He was very smart. He knew the game of hockey. He actually knew the equipment better than I did. New sticks would come in, and I'd be like, "What are those?" And he'd explain every piece of the stick and why it was there and what all the numbers meant. So he did a very good job with it.
And how does this group of elite NHLers, how do they feel about him being in there, such a young man?
You know what? He treats them like gold, and they treat him like gold in return. He fits in with the group. His character and his personality allow him to be around a hockey dressing room. It takes a special person to be able to get in there and get the ribbing done when the guys talk to you. But he fits right in. The guys love him. They trust him. He fixes everything that needs to be fixed. If he doesn't know how to do it, he'll find out how to do it and just take care of them.
Jack, you've been working with this group for a number of years. Tell me a little bit about it, how the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah, so I think this will be my 8th summer working with these guys, and I just got to know Gaetan Tremblay, who had been doing it for a lot of years now, a few years back when I was about 11, and I just happened to be at the rink one day and asked him if I could help out. He said sure, and he showed me what it was all about, and it's kind of went from there.
When and how did the interest develop? This is obviously you had a passion for the game. You were a player as well.
Yeah. So I started off as a player, and when I didn't make a very high competitive team in Pee Wee, I kind of thought, well, I love hockey, so why not try and be a part of the game in another aspect? And I just kind of always loved equipment and sticks and skates, so I just kind of started picking it up, and I developed a pretty big passion and love for it.
8 years. What's your role? What's your role here when you come to the rink? Tell me a little bit about your day when you come and play your skate through the week.
Yeah. So here I just kind of manage all their equipment, any other thing they need. So I got a sharpener at home, so I do all their skates and any repairs they need and laundry and all that stuff, and then room setup and bench setup. So just try and make sure that they have everything they need to skate out here. So
how do they treat you?
Oh, they're unreal. I mean, working with these guys is pretty crazy. I never thought I'd be out here with these guys. So they're very nice to me. Feedback on sharpenings and all that stuff. They're great working with me with that kind of stuff. So I'm really fortunate to be out here with these guys for sure.
Yeah, many can't believe the opportunity to sort of rub shoulders and mix with such an elite group, the world-class player.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Like Sid, Nate, and all those guys. It's fun to watch them as well, right? So they kind of take your eye out here, and it's pretty special what they can do. So the end goal, I mean, a few years back, I kind of thought to myself, this is definitely what I want to do for the rest of my life. So this will be my 4th year with the Mooseheads, and I'm just trying to gain as much experience and knowledge for my side of the game as I can. So hopefully, take it to work at pro level someday. So that's the goal for sure.
I think Jack's destined to be in the NHL at some point in his career, whenever he feels comfortable with it. He's gone down to Pittsburgh quite a few times to work with the Penguins, with Dana down there. Dana's a excellent influence in his life. Dana, of course, is one of the best equipment managers around. But he is destined. Whatever he wants to do, he's in university now and he's taking some business stuff. So he's heading in the right direction, and I think he's got the work ethic to do it. He's a typical equipment manager. He's first in, last out, and loves his job.